All right, viewers, right before the third phase of polling in West Bengal, what we saw right here in Tollygunj in Kolkata was heavy celebrity action as well, as the party president of the BJP, JP Nadda, coming in rally after rally. On the other hand, Mamta Banerjee gave a clear warning to the BJP, saying that she's contesting the West Bengal election with one leg. 2024, she'll meet Modi in Delhi on both feet. Now, just a day ahead of the third phase of polling, West Bengal witnessed mega rally wars. Mamta's Bengal re-election bid received a high-profile shot in the arm as veteran actor and Samajwadi Party MP Jaya Bachchan campaigned for the TMC in Tollygunj. Jaya campaigned for TMC MLA Arup Biswas, who is pitted, viewers, against BJP's Babul Supriyo from Tollygunj constituency in Kolkata. Mind you, Babul Supriyo was the Lok Sabha MP of Asansol. Now he is fighting from Tollygunj, which till now has been a TMC bastion. Meanwhile, BJP's chief, JP Nadda, also campaigned for Sigga turned Babul Supriyo in Tollygunj, and Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee continued her campaign for the fourth phase of polls. She held 4 rallies today in Hooghly and South 24 Paragana district, which have been, till now, TMC strongholds.
ইলেকশনের আগে আমার পাটা চোট করে দিল ইচ্ছা করে যাতে আমি ইলেকশনে বেরোতে না পারি আমি বললাম আরে আমার একটা পা ভাঙা তো কি হবে মায়েদের দুটো করে পা আছে না মা বলে ওই একটা পায়ে আমি যা করে বেড়াচ্ছি ওই একটা পায়ে দেখবেন বাংলা জয় করব আর দুটো পায়ে তো দিল্লি জয় আগামী দিন করতে হবে
सर टालीगंज थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट सीट होगा आप मानते हैं
बिल्कुल नहीं। यहाँ की जनता ने तय कर लिया है कि बाबुल सुप्रियो का अपना नुमाइंदा बनाकर टॉलीगंज का जो गौरव है उसको स्थापित करना है और जो गौरव पिछले 10 सालों में टोलाबाजी, तुष्टीकरण, तानाशाही, गुंडागर्दी और भ्रष्टाचार से जुड़ा हुआ था, उससे टॉलीगंज के लोग निजात पाना चाहते हैं। और एक तरफा आप देख रहे हैं क्या इंथुजियाज्म है। मैं चाहूंगा कि आपका कैमरा दिखाए कि किस तरीके से लोग पूरे हर्ष उल्लास के साथ इतनी धूप में और इतनी गर्मी में पूरी ताकत के साथ सड़कों पर आकर के बाबुल सुप्रियो का स्वागत कर रहे हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का स्वागत कर रहे हैं। ये बताता है कि टॉलीगंज ने अपना निर्णय दे दिया है और चुनाव में बाबुल सुप्रियो और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जीत निश्चित है।
सर दक्षिण 24 परगना में हम हैं, ये टीएमसी का बैस्टियन माना जाता है। थर्ड फेज से आपको लग रहा है कि असली मुकाबला शुरू हो रहा है, अब चैलेंज शुरू हुआ?
ऐसा है कि जब आपने कहा कि अब चैलेंज शुरू हुआ, इसका मतलब पॉलिंग की 2 फेजेस में तो हम निकल गए आगे। अब जो थर्ड की बात है, बैस्टियन ही समाप्त पूरे बंगाल से, ये बैस्टियन समाप्त है। ममता खेल शेष हो गए एकदम खत्म हो गया है, शेष हो गया है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का उदय तय है।
For a single woman fighting against all atrocities, head broken, leg broken, but they have not been able to break her heart and her brain and her determination to move ahead and make Bengal one of the best in the world.
All right, well, we'll only know when that last vote is counted on the 2nd of May whether it's Khela Hobe or Khel Khotom, as what Narendra Modi said, and of course Khela Hobe, what Mamta Banerjee said. Let's me quickly shift focus right now to what was one of the longest rules under which West Bengal was, the left. The left, till now known of a party of old men, is now changing, trying to induct as much new blood, fresh, young blood into its fold. Will it help? Well, that's another story. But take a look at this report.
A splash of red. Hundreds marching on foot. And a young candidate leading them all. In a bid to revive its Youth Connect, the left front has passed the baton to young guns in the 2021 Bengal polls.
2021 is being termed as the grandest election a state has seen in a long, long time. The left front has nominated a lot of young faces. And over here in Howrah's Bali, we have Dipshita Dhar with us, and she has been associated with student politics, but this is her first term when it comes to active parliamentary or assembly politics. How is this jump from contesting elections in JNU to the assembly?
It's a nice jump. It's a leap of faith to the people, because they have seen that for the last 10 years, the situation of the student youth in this state, to be particular, had been worsened. We saw all the government examination that used to happen. That started. I mean, there are huge allegations of corruption. It is our moral responsibility to come down and change the politics here.
Dipshita has been an active part of student politics and is still the joint secretary of the SFI. Fielded from Bali constituency, she says the left has been fielding young faces since long.
I think we have started the process much before. When Shatrup Ghosh contested in 2011, he was just 25 years old. So there had been young people who had been coming as a part of the left politics, who had been contesting election. But this year it is important because we are going through a demographic dividend. There are so many young people in our country.
Native of Bali, Dipshita believes she has a strong connect with the people.
Because I was born and brought up here. So I know the issues, I know the problem. The people here are my family, the people here are my friends. So I'm not fighting for someone else. I'm fighting for myself, I'm fighting for my people.
And she will take on another female, that is Vaishali Dalmia of the BJP, who was earlier with the Trinamool Congress. Whether Bali chooses the daughter or May or from the BJP or from the Samyukta Morcha, only May 2nd can say. With camera person Prakash, this is Suryagni Roy for India Today, Howrah.
All right, things are only going to heat up. Mind you, viewers, after the third phase tomorrow, it's only going to be West Bengal. And West Bengal has 8 phases. So 5 more phases to go after what goes down tomorrow. We're going to get you all the very latest right from here, West Bengal. But let's just shift focus to the big explosive news today, which came in from the state of Maharashtra after the High Court stepped in, ordering a CBI probe. Well, the Home Minister of Maharashtra stepped down. Now, the Uddhav government is going to go to the Supreme Court, but once again, the spotlight is on the grave charges that have been put forth by Parambir Singh.
Big embarrassment for Maharashtra government. The state's Home Minister has resigned just hours after the Bombay High Court ordered a preliminary CBI inquiry into allegations levelled by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Parambir Singh against Anil Deshmukh. The bench ordered the CBI director to probe extortion allegations against Deshmukh and conclude it within 15 days. The court also allowed Parambir Singh to raise the issue of his transfer with the appropriate authority.
जो उच्च न्यायालय है, उन्होंने मुझे मेरी जो इंक्वायरी है, जो मेरे मैटर में जो इंक्वायरी है, सीबीआई को दी है. विदिन 15 डेज सीबीआई ने प्रिलिमिनरी इंक्वायरी करनी है डायरेक्टर ने.
The former Mumbai police chief, who had taken on Deshmukh after being shunted out, avoided questions on the verdict.
The investigation has been given to CBI, sir.
No comments.
Sir, CBI has to submit the report in 15 days, sir.
On 25th March, Singh had filed a public interest litigation seeking a CBI probe against Deshmukh. He claimed the minister had asked police officers, including suspended cop Sachin Vaze, to extort 100 crore rupees from bars and restaurants. The court verdict has reignited the political war over Parambir's charges against Deshmukh. The BJP is targeting Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray over his silence on the entire matter, while the Shiv Sena is putting up a brave front.
या देशातली कोणतीही तपास यंत्रणा म्हणजे परमेश्वराचा अवतार नसतो, हे तुम्हाला मी आता सांगतो. जो कुछ कहा है न्यायालय ने उसका अध्ययन करना पड़ेगा. जो अभी कागज आ जाएगा उसका ऊपर जांच करेंगे, देखेंगे. मामला थोड़ा राजनीतिक भी है, जरूर न्यायालय का है, लेकिन मामला थोड़ा राजनीतिक भी है.
सारी परतें खोली जाएंगी. The BJP expects that all the ramifications of this issue ought to be investigated fairly, properly, and those who are involved must be brought to book.
Bombay High Court felt that the allegations levelled by a senior officer like Parambir Singh were extremely serious and they cannot be unattended. It is for this that the Bombay High Court ordered an inquiry by CBI so that the faith of the people in the police machinery could be re-established. With cameraman Sachin Sawant in Mumbai, Vidya for India Today.
Welcome back. Let me now quickly get you an update on the controversial ISRO scientist espionage case, where after the report which was submitted by the Supreme Court Judge Justice D.K. Jain in the ISRO scientist espionage case, the top court now is set to hear the matter next week. The Home Ministry has intervened and sought an urgent hearing in the 26-year-old case involving false allegation of spying against celebrated ISRO scientist Dr. S. Nambi Narayanan. A report on the role of the cops involved in the malicious prosecution of the scientist have been submitted by the committee appointed by the Supreme Court, headed by retired Justice D.K. Jain. The committee filed a sealed report before the Apex Court last week. The MHA has now moved a plea seeking to be impleaded in the case, seeking necessary directions in the interest of justice. To jog our viewers' memory, in September 2018, the top court had held prosecution initiated by the Kerala police against Narayanan in the mid-90s malicious, saying it had caused tremendous harassment to him. It had then ordered a compensation of 50 lakh to Narayanan and also constituted a committee headed by Justice D.K. Jain to ascertain whether action needs to be taken against erring police officials.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.